Okay.
You're wonderful.
Hi, everybody. This is Carolyn.
Hi, and Rich.
And we are here to do yet another virtual tasting for you. Tonight, we're going to be doing 3 Argentine wines, 1 white and 2 red, and we hope you enjoy them.
We have a big South American wine sale going on with wines from Argentina, Chile, even one from Uruguay. But we just picked out 3 that are particularly interesting that we want to taste anyway. So
yeah, because we thought they were good.
Yep.
Okay, so the very first one is the Argento. It is a Pinot Grigio from Argentina. Uco
Valley.
Uco Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's 100% Pinot Grigio, and I personally think it's a wonderful beach wine. It's great. It comes in at something like $11.69. So seriously.
Yeah, it's a bargain, and it's a great beach wine.
Yeah, and serve it cold.
But it's not a typical Pinot Grigio.
No, it's not. Tell me about it.
Well, a little about Argento. Argento, the other 2 wineries are small, very small family-owned wineries. Argento is pretty big, and they happen to be totally in on certified organic vineyards. Presently, they have about 755 acres of high-quality, estate organic vineyards that are certified, and they're looking to have about over 1,075 by the end of next year. So they're all in on that. So they make organic wines, and the health of the soil and the vineyards really shows in the wines they make. So let's talk about this. They call it a Pinot Grigio cool climate selection. Uco Valley, the elevation of these vineyards tends to give you like the cooler nights and the warmer days for the ripeness.
Yeah.
But let's see what we think of this.
Yeah, color alone is remarkably light.
Yeah,
really,
very pale.
Yeah, there you go.
Pinot Grigio actually is a kind of a thick-skinned grape, and it usually has a little more color.
It's very, 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 very pretty. So let me see.
So there's probably not a lot of skin contact.
Wasn't getting a lot of nose out of this before, so I'll give it a try again. Still not much of a nose, but it's pleasant. It's nice. It's kind of summery. Like I said, it's great for the beach.
I get a lot of ripeness from this, though. It seems like it might be picked a little later because I get a lot of pear notes, some citrus rind, but like mandarin orange kind of citrus.
Okay,
but definitely the terroir comes through. Some minerality comes through.
It does, and even more in the palate. Well,
it's got a nice fresh acidity to it. So it's definitely a good quaffing wine.
Right? The acidity I noticed right away. Hit it the minute
But it's got a solid, and it's not just fruity and acidity. It's got this mineral kick at the end.
It does.
A little bit of spice.
I love but in the middle of the beginning and the end, I love that great, the apple flavors, the lemon flavors in it. It's really like a little lemon drop, but not like yucky sweet. Still nice and lean and everything, very lean. It is quite lean, but it does have a lot of.
I don't know if this is more Alsace style or Italian style.
Alsace, I call it more Alsace.
I don't know, but it's really nice and it's a real bargain.
I'll tell you, I don't think it's Italian.
The hotter it gets, the more of this we're going to sell. It's a real good one, even at the regular price. Get it while it's on sale.
And as I showed you before, it does have a screw top, which is very good for that. Although it's great for food, it's great for the backyard. Screw top, and it may even be vegan, but it is at least organic, so that's pretty decent. I like it.
I think that's a good way to start off. Nice palate cleanser.
I really like that. I like it more now than I did when we did the pre-taste. We taste all of these before this to sort of get an idea of how they're drinking. Okay. The second one is Ernesto Catina Vineyards. Ernesto Catina is one of the inheritors of the Catina legend in Argentina.
The Catina dynasty. Kind of like the Mondavis of Argentina.
Yeah, his sister Laura.
If you think of Mendoza as being like the Napa.
Yeah, really. I bet it is. I think that's pretty good.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Probably
I don't
not
know.
as big as Mondavi. But.
You don't know. It could be. It could be big. Anyway, Laura's also a doctor. She has the Luca Vineyards, and she's also taking care of the Catina. Ernesto, though, was like the bon vivant of the family. He was a race car driver, went out, and now that he's settled down to his vineyards, he considers his vineyard like. He considers himself to be an artist of wine. He considers wine to be an art, and he an artist, which can be a little off-putting before you drink the wine, because you're like, well, is it about you or is it about the wine? Because sometimes you sort of kind of want to know.
They're fourth generation, so
Yeah.
their parents he learned winemaking from Nicholas Catina, and their parents have the Catina winery, which we're featuring actually one of their wines. It's more traditional, more old world. And Ernesto and Laura have, been a little innovative, and they go for a different style of wine. Being kind of like a bon vivant, I can kind of see why Ernesto goes for this kind of fresh, juicy style that's really fun to drink.
And I'll tell you, it's good wine.
It's very good.
The first time I tasted it, it's beautiful.
I just got to tell you a little story of mine. So the first time I discovered Tikal wines was in Buenos Aires. I traveled very little. I had to go to a relative's funeral, and my mom and I were at Argentinian Steakhouse where they serve filet mignons the size of footballs, and we had a bottle of the Tikal Patriota.
Oh, okay.
It's another juicy fruit bomb.
It is.
It was delicious, just so delicious to drink.
Cool.
And I thought I'd never see it again. And when I came back to the States, I looked it up, and there it was. And we've been carrying the Tikal wines ever since.
I'm going to ask you, how does it feel to drink a really great wine in its country? Not being our country, another wine, because I've never really done that. As little as you've traveled, darling, I've traveled less.
I know, it's kind of cool. I mean, it feels right. And I know that, your state of mind has to do with how wines come across. Sure. Sometimes they impress you in the native land, then you have them over here, and they're not that exciting. But Tikal definitely holds up.
It does. It does indeed. It's a wonderful.
And it's kind of my style of wine too.
And it's a blend. It is Malbec and Syrah.
Definitely.
And if I were a better person,
he is all in. He is all in for organic wine producing, vineyards. His wines are Demeter certified, so they're biodynamic, and they're also certified organic. Yeah. And that's his whole lineup. This is called the Tikal Natural. He's got the Patriota, the Jubilo, Amorio. So.
And I will say, as much as I was talking about him being a bon vivant, once he settled down to be a winemaker, he is an incredibly serious winemaker. So let's take a little hit on this.
Yeah, so this one is 60% Malbec, 40 Syrah, 12 months in French oak, just 25% new. I think he gets he used to use more new oak in his wines, and now I think the grape is coming through a little more.
Yeah.
It's not super saturated color.
No, it's not, which I liked about it. It feels a little lighter in a very good way.
It is pretty opaque though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a lovely nose. Kind of like I get like a plum cherry fruit roll-up aroma, but you definitely get some new oak.
Did you take the plum from me? I know you got the cherry.
I got the plum from you.
You got the plum from me. Just want you to know. I rarely taste plum in wine, and this is like incredibly plummy when you taste it. Black cherry, beautiful.
And then the vanilla and the spice kick in.
Yeah, there's a cherry now.
But what I always liked about the Tikal wines are the texture is so plush and velvety. I mean, it's a substantial wine, a lot of body, but it's got low acidity, very soft tannins. So you could just drink it on its own. It doesn't need food to balance out the acidity or anything.
What I want to say about this, if I can interrupt, this wine to me is like a medium weight wine, and I mean that in a good way. In summer, when you're drinking reds, you don't want, I don't want big, huge reds because they just knock me out. This is a saturated red. It is a full flavor red. It's got some nice soft boundaries on it though, and it's a little lighter. It's got the velvet going, but it is lighter. It is very plummy, very black cherry like.
But it's not wimpy at all.
It is not wimpy. That's what I mean. It is full. It's a beautifully crafted wine. You could definitely save it, like drink it in the winter around Christmas time, and it would be absolutely wonderful. But you can drink it in the summer and really, really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. You can quaff it. I think you can.
Do you think that this is a 2015 might make it drinking a little better?
Oh, sure.
Might have softened it up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we had 2015.
Yeah,
because I think the current vintage is 2017.
No, it's really nice.
And we only just recently got it in.
I think it's great.
I really like it.
I like it. Yeah, you could sit back on the deck and drink
for an
this,
artist,
but you could do it with
the
some
label
beef,
is
too,
really
and it would
ugly.
be really, really good.
He considers himself an artist. This is like a really ugly label.
I never had the wine because of the label. It was so bad, which is really bad. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't judge, but by its cover, there you go. Yeah, definitely nice.
So what do we pair this with? And I can drink this on its own because it's just so plush and velvety.
Oh, well, like I was saying, you could kick back on your patio, kick back on the deck and drink it, no problem. Some fruit, some cheese. I would do it with a burger. You could definitely do burgers. You could definitely do pizzas. You could do a steak with it, too. You could do anything with it. But the nice part of it about it, again, for me, is that it doesn't have to be a steak. It could be some, like, kickoff food that you're just throwing together.
Okay, so that's a little sample from the Catena dynasty.
Okay. And now,
from the new generation of Catena winemakers.
And now, I'm so excited about this next one. This is going to be a really great tasting. If you're watching it, you're going to be so thrilled. The next one is Susana Balbo. Now, if you were with us for our Wolfer tasting, you'll recall that we were talking about Susana Balbo doing the Argentine wines for Wolfer. So that's when I found out about her. Rich knew about her. Susana Balbo is the premier female winemaker and maybe winemaker in Argentina.
I think she was the first to get an enology
She was the first in the country to get an enology degree. She is from a winemaking family. She is brilliant. She has won award after award after award. She's consulting winemaker in so many countries.
Wolfer.
Wolfer. A master of wines gave her like the greatest winemaker in the world moniker. Yeah. I mean, just a brilliant winemaker. Her family, her children are helping her in the winery now. Just brilliant. And having said that, this was the first time that I got to taste one of her wines, and I absolutely, positively
Well, you started at the top.
Love it.
The top there with the signature.
Yes, the signature they are her best line of wines. She has other ones that are, I'm sure, just as beautiful, but they're like, like the entry level and everything. Even this being the best, $18.89 a special price. Mm-hmm. So it's a bargain, I think. That wine is absolutely gorgeous.
Love it.
The nose alone is replete of roses and violets. If you've ever had Violette,
you're supposed to pretend to drink
it. I know, I will. But I'm just so excited about this wine. I just ever so much love this wine. It's so good. That
we've never tasted this before.
Never.
Not
until now.
It's not until
first time, It's that like Irish fairy bloodline I have that gives me this precognition of wines, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
what do we know about this wine?
What we know about this wine is that
2017.
It is 2017, and it is Malbec.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. We caught out
and again, the same
Luis
color.
Gutierrez from The Advocate and a couple of little typos there.
And he was so thrilled.
Yeah.
Can you give me a tissue, sweetheart? I just want to sup up some of this wine. Thank you.
So in his notes, he says that this is 6% cab, but it's actually 5% Petit Verdot.
Petit Verdot,
95%
so
Malbec.
Good. Petit
that
Verdot
probably gives it the
so
spicy
good.
hit.
It does. It's
but
like
the important thing is that
wine. Put a little bit in there, and
the source of all these wines, even the humble Argento, are top Uco Valley, high altitude vineyards. The signature Malbec is mostly from the Altamira sites, which is a famous top vineyard site in Argentina.
Yeah.
Catena, Tikal also sources from real top vineyard sites.
Yeah.
So that's important. where the grapes, the source of the grapes
I want to ask you though, because we're
excellent.
talking about all the great vineyard sites and everything.
Mhm.
Does Argentina just specifically have a wonderful geography for that, or do you not know? And it's fair, totally, that you wouldn't. As I
Yeah.
clean up the table,
A geography for what?
for doing good vineyards, their soil, their weather, their altitude. No, okay, I'll look it up. So I'll look it up and let you know next time.
Yeah, the climate is very suited for Malbec, which is very user friendly.
Mm.
You know, Malbec originally came from Cahors,
Yeah,
a much cooler climate, different soil type.
yeah.
But in Mendoza, in the foothills of the Andes, you've got the altitude, you've got the cool nights, hot days. You've got ideal conditions for a riper type of Malbec that expresses a wider range of flavors.
Okay.
And you know, they've kind of co-opted that grape from France
Okay,
and run with it.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
you know, the climate, the terroir of Mendoza is very significant in how the grapes turn out.
Yeah. Another question. I'm noticing and have in our shop that the prices for Argentine wines are quite reasonable. Is that promotion? Is it they haven't really, you know,
Well, there's the economy of scale.
yeah.
They make a lot of wine.
They make a lot
It's
of
a big
wine.
region, and also the style of the wine is just very popular. Argentine Malbec is just a huge category.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
it is,
like
yeah.
New Zealand Sauv Blanc,
Mm-hmm.
just a huge category, reasonably priced wines in a style that's really appealing.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with another question.
Not too many. I might stump me.
No, you may or may not know
I don't
this.
want to be stymied.
Let's say somebody wanted to get all uppity about their Argentine Malbecs. Like, are there some that are like just really up there that are sort of like, I don't know.
Yes,
Like,
there are definitely some serious high-end wines.
There are serious. Okay, great. That's what I was curious about. Okay, so to put that in,
We carried a Chilean Carmenere. It was like 120 a bottle.
You
It
did?
was awesome, yeah.
oh wow,
Years ago.
Remember the Villalobos? I love the Villalobos. That was so good. That was $35.
Yeah.
I loved it. Their vineyard brand.
No, did you look up the price of the Caro that Katina makes?
I did not.
Yeah, that might be a higher end wine. But
Yeah, we're talking about the
Didn't get a
Caro. The
chance.
Caro is a bridge endeavor by the Katina Winery
And
and
Rothschilds.
Lafitte Rothschild. So we have to look that up, Carol. Okay, so with this again,
Okay.
starting with the Susana Balbo Malbec. That nose is just
love the nose on
roses,
this.
violet. If you've ever had the Violette liqueur, there's a
For
little
a
bit
red
of
wine
that.
to be this
Isn't
floral.
that beautiful?
Mhm.
It's really lovely.
Yeah, roses and violets.
And right away it gives it a slightly lighter feel in a good way, right?
It's a real surprise.
I call it a gift.
Serendipity.
Oh, calling gift.
It's just got this beautiful brightness.
Yeah.
But the flowers kind of frame the red fruit that it's got. This has got a very soft tannins, but a bit more acidity than the Tikal. So I would say this is a wine that kind of wants to go with food.
Yeah, I was going to say that the acidity hit immediately. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
It is.
I'm getting a touch of beef in the palate
But it also
now.
gives it a freshness. So
Bunch of beef, a little bit of beef. Cherries, of course, coming through loud and clear.
We were thinking of food pairings before, and soft cheeses come to mind.
Baked brie.
She came up with a baked brie with fruit on top would be great with this wine.
Or
it would just balance out so well. And then me, of course, I came up with short ribs and prime rib because the acidity of this wine, and it's light on its feet, but it's still got intensity. Would be great with those
creamy.
fatty foods.
It is so creamy. It's got such a long, pleasant finish. It's amazing. And me, with all apologies to the winemaker if they feel offended by this wine would be brilliant with cookies, any homemade cookies, particularly Christmas cookies. And indeed, this wine with the beautiful flowers, the roses, the violets, the cherries, the beefiness, you could definitely buy a few bottles of this, as I've already asked Rich to do, and lay it away for the holiday season, the Christmas season, Hanukkah, because it really will be gorgeous.
Yeah,
It'll be
couple
beautiful.
years of age on this, and that acidity
Oh, yeah.
will attenuate
Yeah, because
into loveliness.
yeah, but we know that it's not going to last a couple of years with us,
I know.
honey. A couple of months, and we're doing good. So I'm shooting
Well,
for
so
Christmas.
tonight was a short one.
Yeah, it was a short one. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you, though I usually don't tell people buy this one, buy this wine, buy this wine. If you go into the beach, definitely pick up the Argento. $11 and change. It's terrific. You're gonna love it. Not too heavy, not gonna give you a headache. Terrific. And yeah, all of them. The Tikal
To
is
me,
great.
the Tikal is so fun to drink.
Yeah, it is fun.
I love this style of wine.
It is. It's amazingly fun. But the one I truly love is the Balbo for so many reasons. I love my female winemakers. I think it's great that they're getting in there and doing it and doing such a brilliant job as this. And we all know I love Christmas, so anything that brings it home to me is a good thing.
So just so you know, there's about a dozen wines altogether in our list of specials. We've got this great Malbec from Octavo Bassa, two musicians that make great wine. We're representing the rest of the Catena dynasty. Laura Catena has a winery called Luca. She makes a tremendous Malbec in her own style. And then the parents, the Catenas, have their regular estate cab,
which he also makes.
Which is a different style altogether. That's like $18, and that's a killer wine. We have a Tanat from Uruguay. If you've never tried one, this is a great example. In other whites, we've got two great Sauvignon Blancs, and then Trapiche is a well-known Malbec brand from Argentina. They have this great Malbec that's really popular in the shop already.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of the Trapiche Medalla, give it a try.
Okay.
These will be on sale for another week or so.
Great. All right. Hey.
Wait, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Rich has an announcement.
Okay. All right. So we've been doing these virtual tastings because we can't do tastings in the store. But now we can. And we're going to start off this Friday, the 25th, from 4 to 7. Low key, we don't want a lot of people packed into the store. Mm-hmm. So just, it's a slower night. And we're going to do 2 whiskeys. So I call it the Friday night flights. Look for the email. It'll give you some details. But we got 2 killer single malt scotches. One of them is just released. That'll knock your socks off. So if you're a whiskey fan at all, look for the email and come by on Friday. And I'm really excited because I really miss, being able to
I do too.
kibitz and hang out with my peeps here and taste stuff and compare them, and so that'll be fun. We'll start off low key, see how it goes. We'll be very careful about social distancing, making sure everything is kept nice and sanitized. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is hopefully this is a little bit of a turning point. Yeah,
we're not doing wine tastings yet, but we're looking forward to it. We are going to continue doing these. If you would like us to go live with one of these, please say something in the comment. Tell your friends. I would love to do a Wing It live one just to see if we could do it, because I think it's time for us to blast open a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed this. Tell your friends about it. Come into the store. Tell us about the wines. Let us know how you like our virtual tastings.
Check out Jovi's new haircut.
Yeah, Jovi
just got shaved for the summertime.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's so cute. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
We love you all, and we hope you're doing well. Stay safe, stay happy, stay optimistic, and keep drinking wine. We love you.
Thanks a lot.